Xin chào quý vị và các bạn. My name is Gene Pham. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm happy to be your MC for tonight. Can we give it just appreciations for our DJ in the back? We have DJ Monster Bay. DJ Monster Bay, this is their first time DJing for a live audience, so can we give them some love? Today, now that food service has ended, we'd like to invite you all to mask up. If you'd be willing to keep everyone safe. We have an amazing show lined up for you here tonight. We have drag performances, we have poetry, dancing, comedy, and the amazing cutie Việt band Việt is here with us today. I've been asked, you might see our videographer and our photographer around here like little precious butterflies. They've asked me to ask you to keep our aisles clear. So during the run of the show, they'll be coming up and down, as well as some of us, our performers as well, have been using all of the aisles. So please keep it clear for our photographers and videographers. And also, yeah, wave around. Hi, Sage. Hi, Alice. In the back. Okay. Before we get started, who's in the room here? If this is your first Cutie Việt event, let me hear you. Welcome, các bạn. Welcome, new friends. Cutie Việt Cafe Collective is a cultural arts hub and resilience network. Over these past 9 years, we dedicated ourselves to carving out essential space as queer and trans diasporic Vietnamese. If you've been to Cutie Việt events before, I want to hear you. Thanks, friends. It's lovely to see you back. We're so happy to be here at Understory. If you love Understory, can we please hear you? Amazing. Understory friends, please wave and make yourself seen. Understory is another amazing worker-owned restaurant collective. They have been a consistent friend, a collaborator, and comrade. We love them so much. We're so happy to be here. This is their new home in East Oakland. They're back here. Great. Okay. This is great. We have such a great show. If you're queer, also just want to shout out queers. If you're queer, can we please hear you? All right, enough of that. I hope you enjoyed our food today, all prepared by our fabulous culinary healing team. They've been working since noon and hours before. Can we please get some acknowledgement for our wonderful chefs here in the back, as well as our amazing servers who's been keeping everyone full, our bartenders in the back, thank you so much. Compliments to the chefs. Dồng too is our love letter to the community. We wanted a moment to bring homage to the variety shows that really colored our upbringing as diasporic Vietnamese. Dồng literally means countryside or rural area. We want to invite you all. Let's go back to our humble roots. Let's connect with nature and the cycle of things. This is our show number 2 because the first Dồng we actually performed when many of you supported us in our journey back to Vietnam in 2023. Tonight is a very special event, our first ever Dồng here in Turtle Island. Let's get into it. Our first performer flew all the way from Saigon to be here with us. Y'all really need to turn out for her. All right, let me call another question for the crowd. How many of you have been to a drag performance before? Any local drag? Okay, great. Good drag etiquette means that we tip our queens. The wigs are not cheap, the costumes are cheap, the plane tickets are not cheap. If you need dollars in cash, please make your way to the host podium in the back. They can help you exchange dollars into cash so that you can tip our queens. If you don't have cash, that's okay. We can also appreciate our queens by giving them some love and appreciations, sonic energy. Tonight, I give you permission to scream your hearts out. Just kind of mind your neighbors, you know? All right. Before I let her on, can I just try it out with you? Please, let me hear you cheer as if a drag performance. All right. Okay. Very good. Okay, like I was saying, our first performer came all the way here from Saigon. Babel, they use Babel, Bell, he, him, she, her. Babel is a drag artist, performer, social activist, producer, promoter based in Saigon. The girls in Saigon, they gotta do everything, you know? Babel practices experimental drag and performance arts. They are a member artist of Local Lay, a producer and member artist of House of Illusion, a queer Saigonese drag house and theater group. They're also a member of Saigon Storytelling, an interactive storytelling platform for both adults and children. Babel's drag and theater responds to inequalities from colonialism, racism, and sexism. They explore topics of identity, body image, femininity, as well as cultural elements from folk religions, beliefs, and lores. She also examines abstract concepts like existence, space, and time. She's doing a 3-part act for you tonight. Can we all please give it up for Babel? Let's give it up for Babel! You will be seeing her again. If you're taking photos and videos, please tag us on our Instagram at CutieVit Cafe. We would love to see. You can also see Babelle's, I'm trying not to trip here. Babelle on stage on IG. Our next performer is a poet, a wordsmith, and a community health worker. Y'all should know the audience drill right now, right? Poetry is a little bit different than drag, but they still respond emotionally to the energy that we give them. Let's scream and clap if you feel the energy, but maybe a little more subdued. Maybe some nice like snaps if you like what she's saying. Maybe some like sultry, yeah. Let's give it a try, yeah. Pretend I just said something insightful. Okay. Okay, great. I'm really like sensitive that I'm gonna nipple flash you. I was thinking about using nipple pasties, but I didn't have any, and so I had those like star pimple patches, and I tried putting them on before, but they just made my nipples really hard, so. Okay, let's talk about Anne. Not to put her business out there, but our next performer is actually getting married this fall. Can we please, like... I think her fiance's here too. Okay. Sorry, Amir. Okay, let's do this. Let me read this. Anne is a multi-passionate poet, healer, and organizer. She was born in Govap and raised in San Jose by her firm but loving family of weirdos. Anne is on a constant quest to better understand herself through astrology readings, personality tests, gathering feedback from loved ones, journaling. Anne can't help but write about identity, family, and particularly around grief and social justice. Anne is published in Autostraddle, La Raíz magazine, San Jose Sounds, and is featured in a few anthology series, including Essential Truths, The Bay Area in Color, From the Heartland, a queer and trans Vietnamese anthology, and also Navigating Poetics, Writing, Making, Thinking in the Pandemic. Let's give it up for Anne.
Hey everyone. Hey. Wow, packed house, beautiful house. Yes, thank you all so much for having me. I was given the prompt to write a poem about like queer Viet love. So this is that poem. And it's about my first loves because I can't think of anything more romantic. So this is called By First Loves. I thought I fell in love for the first time when I was 17 years old. High school senior, stuck in a love triangle with two different boys from another school, one Catholic, one Buddhist, both Vietnamese, and eager to flirt over AIM messages. One became my prom date, the other became my first boyfriend, meaning my first kiss, my first sneaking away at night, my first promise ring, and first close by to long distance relationship, and first breakup. I still remember the butterflies of wanting to talk to him every day, and I also remember the moths, just feeding inconspicuously into my insecurities. Was I pretty enough? Fashionable enough? Sensual enough? Sober enough? Was I just enough for him to still want to be with me? These moths tore holes into my self-esteem and faith in love. If promise rings could be broken in just 8 months, what good were promises made in love? It turns out I was actually 20 years old when I fell in love for the first time. College junior. starstruck by the short Pinay girl who seemed to just know everybody in the pews at the University Catholic Center. Just like me, she was an English major, education studies minor, and living in the same apartment building on Veteran Avenue. As fate would have it, we went from never knowing about each other's existence to running into each other every day at class, at church, and in our neighborhood. This back and forth bantering of, does she like me? Or does she want to fight me? Came with many of its own firsts. First, attendance at a spoken word event. First, custom CD with making a playlist in return. First, having to choose a label and not knowing what label to choose, but then just choosing one anyway. First, feeling like my sexuality and spirituality could coexist. First, move to the East Coast. First, poetry performance. First, breakup with someone I still loved but couldn't anymore. It was the kind of first love that taught you exactly what love is supposed to be. That I could be anything I wanted, and that I already was. Beautiful, brilliant, worthy of pizza prom proposals, reflective essay-length emails, cute-ass dates to the last bookstore, sharing headphones on the bus ride home, and being fully accepted by my family and friends for who I truly was. She filled all the holes of my adolescence breakup with an unwavering faith that I was enough, and that one day, when I was ready, I could make someone else feel that way too. Thank you.
Beautiful. One more time for Anne. She writes in both Vietnamese and English, by the way. If you enjoyed her writing, we'll tag her so you can follow her on Instagram at anonymousbuoy. She also writes in a Substack. It's really funny and really nice to read her innermost thoughts. She overshares as much as I do. Okay, our next performers are a sultry duo from the South Bay. We have for you Irene Van, they, them, and Fung Huynh, they, them. They're two non-binary queer Vit dancers from San Jose who found each other in the bachata scene. They both fell in love with social dancing for the connection, the playfulness, and exploration of their gender through leading and following. Tonight, Irene will share a poem about their love of dance, and afterwards, both Fung and Irene will be performing their piece titled Maestra by Canela San Jose, directed by Nolani Kawashima, and under the guidance of Susan DeBera. Let's give it up for Irene and Fung.
Wow, it is so beautiful in here. Thank you all. All right. The language of dance. Dance is a language that found me before I even had the words, a tapestry of culture woven into my DNA, from cải lương to Vietnamese fan dances on the show Paris by Night, to the nhout parties where mama and papa and all the aunties and uncles karaoke'd every weekend. How they shook off the sorrow of losing one's homeland from their hips. Dance was medicine that declared that there was more than the tears of our ocean voyage. From 7th grade talent shows wearing the latest baggy pants so I could rock the boat like Aaliyah. From running home as fast as I could from school to copy the latest MTV music videos. Dance was what drowned out the noise of awkward puberty and screaming matches at home. While I didn't have words for it, the language flowed through my veins like food and water. I knew I could not live without it. And how through college, dance became survival. When anxiety came knocking on my door and weight of expectation curled me into a hunch, how getting loose at the club was how I maintained my posture. Dance lured me back like a call from the ancestors to never forget that this magical portal had always existed within my body and my history. And how now dance has become a way of life, more than just a hobby. Rather than the call of a bottle of whiskey to my lips, dance is now my addiction. Rather than hurt, it saves, a medicine that heals me with each beat, how my heart is forming new vocabulary for my love of dance. What is dance if not the current running between our bodies, reminding us that we are capable of connection? Where a conversation delights between hip rolls and guiding hands, where I can sink into the poetry of your body and mine, dance as that sweet spot that makes you want more. What is dance if not a community mural painted across the dance floor, our feet as our paintbrushes, the creative energy amongst friends, ones who cheer for you even when you forget to celebrate yourself? What is dance if not to shatter expectations when the world expects you to just follow, how within one song I can lead, follow, and switch again. The juice of gender euphoria cannot be contained. When the world tries to put you down, dance is the life force where joy and freedom are reclaimed and redefined. Truly, what can be more sacred than this? Thank you.
Canela.
Soy un hombre inocente todavía, necesito una mujer, tocar el cuerpo de una mujer, por primera vez, otra vez. Maestro, enséñeme usted, desnúdese, que yo la quiero ver, por primera
One more round, please. Wow. I feel really warmed up. And I know it's just so many bodies in the room, but ooh. Okay, I'm so excited to introduce our next guest. It's the iconic cutie Việt band, Việt. Music like memory, soft as bolero, bright as flowing blossoms, tender as memories, rearranged to sing for all of us. Việt is a band born in 2017. They blend language and tradition, weaving gender-neutral lyrics into classic songs. A constellation of queer and trans Vietnamese artists and allies, Việt fuses jazz, bossa nova, Latin sounds, and more with their unique flavor of love. They will play 3 songs for you, reimagined. The first is Saigon Đẹp Lắm, a high-energy cha-cha celebrating Saigon's irresistible and iconic beauty. Nói buông hoa phượng, sorrow of the royal Poinciana, the quintessential Vietnamese summer heartbreak song. Cicadas, flamboyant flowers, schoolyard goodbyes. Nói đau, Yu Yang, killing me softly. In Vietlish, fusion, aching, bilingual. If you know the words, please join in. I also want to... My bad. I also want to share, this is a bilingual, trilingual actually show. If you see these cards or flyers on your tables, you could scan the QR codes so that you can see translations of the lyrics and what they mean. Additionally, we do have printed versions of these in the back. If you'd like, I would invite you to go to the host podium for a physical copy. And Innovate wanted me to leave you with this Vietnamese idiom. Ăn kẻ nhớ kẻ trồng cây. When you eat fruit, remember the one who planted the tree. Let's give it up for Innovate. I'll introduce you by name after.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Sorry. Let's.
Test. Total, try.
What?
Try
A little bit,
sound.
a little lower. Yeah.
Cool. Check. Let's see. Do you think da da da? That's good.
How's it sound in the back? Good? Okay, we got thumbs up back there. I think we're ready. How's everybody doing?
Could I maybe go like test. Wait, speed it up a little. Yeah, all right. Now you start.
You go first.
I like the second verse.
Sorry. Lisa, give me a. I know, but give me.
Một, hai, ba, bốn.
Dừng chân trên bên khi chiều đã chưa phải. Sorry.
Sorry. What?
Sorry.
It's cool. It's all good.
And take it away.
All right.
Dừng chân trên bên khi chiều nắng chưa phai, từ tháp sáng thoáng muôn tà áo tung bay. Nếp sao vui tươi nối chân nhau đến nơi đây. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, Sài Gòn ơi.
Người xe như nước trên đường vắng qua màu, người già thăm vẫn cầu nói lao sao. Phố xa thanh tầng đón chúng tôi đến chung vui. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, Sài Gòn ơi. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Tiếng cười cùng gió
Chan hòa niềm vui say sưa. La 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 la, la 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 la. Ôi đời đẹp quá tràn bao ý thơ. Một tình yêu mến ghi lời hát câu ca, để lòng thương nhớ bao ngày vắng nơi xa. Sống mãi trong tôi bóng hôm nay sẽ không phai. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, Sài Gòn ơi.
La la la, ôi trời nước màu người ra thăm trời nói sao sao. Phố xa thiên thang đón chân tôi đến chung vui.
Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, Sài Gòn ơi.
La 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 la. Oh yes, so I'm Total, lead singer. Camille, vocal. Daniel is our returning guest. And then we have Rai debuting with us on the drums. Chiều năm chưa phai, từ xa thấp thoáng muôn tà áo tung bay, nếp sống vui tươi nối chân nhau đến nơi đây. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, Sài Gòn ơi.
Người xe nhân nước trên đường vẫn qua màu, người xa thăm bên câu nói lao sao. Phố xa thân thăng đón chúng tôi đến chung vui. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, Sài Gòn ơi. La 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 la, la 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 la. Tiếng cười cùng gió tròn qua niềm vui say sưa. La 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 la, la 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 la. Ôi đời đẹp quá trong bao ý thơ. Một tiếng yêu mến ghi lời hát câu ca, để lòng thương nhớ bao ngày vắng nơi xa. Sáng mai trong tôi bóng hôm nay sẽ không phai. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, Sài Gòn ơi. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, Sài Gòn ơi. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, Sài Gòn ơi. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that was fun. How are you doing? Mỗi năm đến hè lòng man mát buồn, 90 ngày qua chứa chân tình thương. Ngày mai xa cánh hai đứa hai nơi vút gần, cùng nhau mất rồi ta từ là hết người ơi.
Tiếng ve nước nở buồn hơn tiếng lòng. Biết ai còn nhớ đến anh tình không? Đường xưa in bóng hai đứa này đâu, những chiều hẹn nhau lúc đầu giờ như nước trôi qua cầu.
Xa biết bạn lòng ơi, thôi nay xa cả rồi, kỷ niệm xin nhớ mãi. Buồn riêng một mình ai, chờ mong từng đêm gối chiếc, mối u hoài nào ai có hay.
Nếu ai đã từng như hoa thấy buồn, cảm thông được nỗi vắng xa người thương. Mà hoa phương thắm như máu con tim, mỗi lần hè thêm kỷ niệm xưa biết đâu mà tìm.
Xa biết bạn lòng ơi, thôi nay xa cả rồi, kỷ niệm xin nhớ mãi. Một riêng một mình ai, chờ mong từng Wow. That is our debut song, so we got some practice on that one. Are you ready for this next song? We'll start it off in Việt first, get you in the mood, and then we can all join in. I'll let you know. The notes? Count us off. Bóp nức sức sống em bằng tình ca, bóp nức sức sống qua điều nhạc, bằng lời dịu dàng tranh đã giết em, giết chết trái tim em, bằng tình ca dù em trong u mê và xót xa nhắm mắt với nỗi đau. Ngọt liềm ra ngồi nghe tranh hát tiếng tình ca, ngỡ như đất trời giao hòa và tai nghe thấy rừng ấm áp vang khúc hát giang đời ta. Gốc cây một loài điệu hân hoan, những riêng em tựa như trái, bóp nát sức sống em bằng tiếng ca, bóp nát sức sống qua điệu nhạc, bằng lời dịu dàng anh đã giết em, giết chết trái tim em, bằng tiếng ca dù em trong u mê và xót xa nhắm mắt với nỗi đau. Ngọt liềm ra I heard he sang a good song, I heard he had a style, and so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. 2 times, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly. Yeah. With his song. Ready? Whoa, la, la,
right. That's Daniel Riera.
While we transition here, let's give it up for Innovate! They came out of hiatus for this. Woo! No. My mom always said that music helps with digestion. Let's give it up for Innovate. Follow them on IG at Innovate Music. That was Toto, Camille on vocals. We had, of course, Ryan drums and Daniel on guitars. You might notice I'm wearing something different. Please acknowledge it. I'm kidding. Yeah, shout out La Soul Atelier in Vietnam. Before I introduce our next performance, I do want to take a moment to remind us of why we're all here. That being said, I can't think of anyone better equipped to share with you than Kitty Viet Cafe's co-founder, Hai Vo. Can we please bring Hai? Hi. Okay, please. Hi, let's go! Hi, I have it here for you.
You gotta keep it classy, you know what I mean? Okay, okay, mình nghe Hải được không? Can you hear me okay? Nghe được hả? Okay. Wow, yo, we just put out all that food. I'm sorry, I'm still in that. Can we give it up to the kitchen crew and the front of house crew? Oh my gosh, also the servers in the front of house crew, like, you all hustled, okay? I'm like still in that mindset. That was a lot of food, yo. And for those of you who have to-go orders, we got you, so don't worry about it, yeah. Okay, classy business, you know what I mean? Thank you, Jean, for setting this up. I didn't know this was happening. Okay. So Kitty the Cafe, we're part of Asian Refugees United. We're an art and healing leadership center that really cultivates and restores wholeness in communities impacted by displacement, and that's just happening right now everywhere in this country and in the world. I just want to make note that, yes, since March of this year, at least 30 Nepalese-speaking Bhutanese community members in our network have been arrested, detained, or deported by ICE, and our Viet, Southeast Asian, and just other marginalized communities have been experiencing that too. Shame! I also want to note that healthcare and rights for queer and trans people in our community are also under attack. you know, I'm trying to make the connections between here and Vietnam too. This country has cut money to US aid. They had been stopping funding for cleanup and restoration efforts of Agent Orange, an herbicide containing dioxin that was sprayed during the American War in Vietnam, right? And they cut all that funding to be able to restore our homeland. Shame! Additionally, like the administration, they've freezed funding in US aid to halt HIV prevention and treatment, including PrEP. Shame, right? And this is not just about policy. This is about like something over there. Like this is happening to our people, our friends, and our family. But despite all this, what we're doing tonight is part of our cultural survival, right? That's right. And so proceeds from tonight's event will benefit our rapid response funds to support immigration defense, know your rights trainings, and families and people in our community who have been impacted by displacement, by immigration, by ICE. And so our goal by the end of the month is $50,000. We've actually raised about $40,000. Okay, so far since March. I see you, Eddie, in the back. That's right. That's right. And so, yeah, part of tonight's effort is to fundraise more. We want to get to that last 10K, you know, in the next week. And so, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna come back up with Eugene at the end to total all of the donations from tonight, so that we get an updated number, yeah? And I haven't checked my phone during dinner service, but I'm seeing the Venmos, okay? So, like, don't be don't, you know, keep sending them in. Like, I really appreciate all the donations for coming tonight. And yeah, I would love to share like, at the end of the show. And yeah, just wanted to really deeply. Okay, yeah. I want to give a shout out. Where's Nergis? Yes. Yeah. So we have Nergis, and we also have a lot of the youth in our program that have been part of ARU around here. We want to welcome them. Do we have Jojo in the house? Yes, Jojo in the back right there. Yeah, so Jojo is part of our Teaching Artists Network for our program, and they actually made these beautiful prayer flags, right? So I just want to give a shout out to you all, and this is in solidarity with what's happening in the Nepalese speaking Vietnamese community. And so yeah, I just wanted to thank you all for your time, your heart, and your energy, and yeah, I would love to, I'm just excited to continue to build with you all, so yeah, thanks y'all.
Let's give her high. Y'all ready for more performances? All right. Yeah, Belle is back. I'd actually like to invite her on the stage before her number because she'd like to share some words. I also want to shout out Jeannie, who is one of our tip fairies. We'll be walking around. There's also Tay in the back with a numb laugh. Hi, Tay. All right. All right, Belle, would you like to share?
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much to QTV. Thank you so much to Understory. Thank you so much for everyone who have put their work and effort in making this event happening. So thank you. And thank you all for coming. This event reminds me how I love my drink. No ice. Yes. And also I'm here to say also another thing. Protect trans kids. So The first number, the one you just saw earlier, where I barely did nothing. I call it ngoại, and dedicated to my grandma and her root being người Hà Nam. Việt to me started out with something like that, with traditional songs and áo dài. But then growing up, I also learned that Việt can also be bolero songs, the pajama that Vietnamese aunties and mothers and grandmas wear. I learned that it can also be the earrings your mom gave to you, or my mom loved and special spring rolls that you had earlier. So back when I was in high school, there will be mornings when me and her share a headphone together on my way to school, and we will listen to her favorite songs. So this next one, the hope of performance, I call it Mom, with my mom's favorite song, Chân Tình, True Love by Lệ Quyên.
Mùa xuân vừa đến, hoa về trên những bàn tay, và em vừa đến thay màu áo mới vì anh. Nguyện cho ngày tháng êm đềm như những sớm mai, những nhọc nhằn chớm quên vẫn trong ngần mắt em đang nhìn về. Và anh lại nhớ những giờ em đứng chờ chồng, một mình lặng lẽ ướt lạnh trong mưa vì anh. Tình yêu tìm thấy nguyên vẹn sau đêm bão giông, giữa hoang tàn lãng quên, nơi cuối đường có em riêng chờ đợi anh. Xa dấu gương mặt trên vai anh khóc òa, nhưng con đường anh đi rồi cũng đưa anh về bên em. Như anh được sống giây phút đầu tiên, có em tận đến những giây cuối cùng. Suốt cuộc đời em không quên chân tình dành hết cho anh. Và anh lại nhớ những giờ em đứng chờ chồng, một mình lặng lẽ ướt lạnh trong mưa vì anh. Tình yêu tìm thấy nguyên vẹn sau đêm bão giông, giữa hoang tàn lãng quên, nơi cuối đường có em riêng chờ đợi anh. Xa dẫu gương mặt trên vai anh khóc òa, nhưng con đường anh đi rồi cũng đưa anh về bên em. Như em được sống giây phút đầu tiên, có anh tận đến những giây cuối cùng. Suốt cuộc đời em không quên chân tình dành hết cho anh. Chưa từng có những phút lìa xa, dấu gương mặt trên vai anh khóc òa, nhưng
con đường anh đi rồi cũng đưa anh về bên em, như anh được sống giây phút đầu tiên có em tận đến những giây cuối cùng. Suốt cuộc đời em không quên chân tình dành hết cho anh. Suốt cuộc đời em không quên chân tình dành hết cho
Give it for Babel! I feel like my nephew who always needs his iPad. I'm like, fret not, Babel will be back later tonight. Follow her on Babel on stage on IG. Again, please keep tagging us. We're seeing the photos. Love to love. Our next performer is a dear sister to me. We grew up together. She's as gorgeous as she is funny. And honestly, out of all the cutie bits, she's probably the one on track to get her EGOT. Samha is the eldest daughter in her family. Yeah, you know what that means. Her purpose here is to explore Earth and to play. She loves you. So let's give it for Samha. Do you want this?
Hello. Oh my God, it's been so much fun. Can I get the reverb turned down just a little bit? Is it sounding okay in the back? Okay, cool. It's totally off. Okay, cool. Does this sound okay? Cool. Oh my gosh, okay. Does anyone know what EGOT means? I feel like that just was missed on everybody. It's Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. So, yeah, very high compliment from Jean. So, I think I just love my friends so much because the second that I said that I wanted to do this, everyone was just immediately yes. No one vetted my content. Like no one checked. I also know that there's like young people in the audience and everything. So I was like, what if I just recited the Constitution? What if I just like decided to sing the Star Spangled Banner and no one would have known leading up to this? Oh, say can you? I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. But I will say that you guys are gonna take my stand-up virginity tonight because it's my first time doing stand-up. I've been wanting to do it for maybe a year-ish, and I've been writing down little jokes in my notes app. And so today I'm gonna try them out on you all today. And I was thinking about all the firsts that I've been through naturally. And so I grew up in Southern California in Orange County, Little Saigon, especially Westminster in the house. Wow, there's a lot of Southern Californians here. And I literally thought I was the only gay boy that ever existed. Like before all of this, I was a little twink, and I actually thought that God just decided one day to add a little bit of sauce to like the mix for me, and I was like the first one he was experimenting on in like all of human history. So like growing up, I really repressed that. I didn't pass notes, I didn't confess crushes, I didn't have my first kiss or anything all throughout my childhood. And so the second that I moved to New York for college, I was on it. I was getting my freak on everywhere. And so the first, literally like I think maybe the first few the first few guys that wanted to go on a date, I immediately said yes. And so just imagine I just moved to New York, and I'm on the subway, and I'm riding across the bridge, and you're seeing in through the window the East River. There's like a pool of Coca-Cola left over from 2 days ago on the seat next to me, naturally on the subway. There's a rat that just shimmies across the floor and climbs up the pole and does a whole pole dance number, and I'm like, yes, this is why I moved to New York. This is the American dream, okay? And so I get to my stop, and I get off the subway, and it smells like trash because of the humidity. And he picks me up from the subway stop, and we walk back to his place, so romantic. And we get there, and we're in his living room, and he's trying to make me comfortable. And so like one thing leads to another, and I'm waiting for my first kiss to happen. And as he's like inching forward, he asked me, should we put something on the TV to make ourselves like more comfortable, to set the mood? And so I'm thinking like, this is such an important decision. Like what is gonna be playing? What is playing in the background as I have my first kiss ever, right? And so as I'm in this train of thought, he interrupts me and he goes, well, what about RuPaul's Drag Race? And so like I feel like everything starts moving in slow motion. He's like inching forward, and all I'm hearing is like, yes, queen, diva, yes, diva, Shantae, you stay, slay mama, slay, slay mama, slay. And I'm like, okay, this is why homophobia exists, okay? This is why humans made up homophobia, because I feel like in the BTS of God's like crew, like when he was planning my life out, like there was not a robust strategic planning meeting. Like there wasn't a robust feedback process for this moment, because it was not the first kiss that I imagined. And so thankfully I like healed from that, and there were some other firsts that I experienced. Like the other thing I learned while I was living in New York was I learned who the true villain to the queer community is. And in New York, you know, like Trump lives there, like everyone's talking about Trump and dirty politicians. But does anyone know who the true villain against the queer community is? Any guesses? Someone said overhead lighting. Okay. Actually, it's baristas, okay? It's baristas. Baristas are a social class with unchecked power. Has anyone thought about this? Like, they are preparing things that basically shape your whole day. They shape your morning. They're making things they're putting inside of you. And they're like operating these mysterious machines behind the counter that like rumble and hiss. And then there's like smoke and steam, and then they hand you something, okay? I didn't have those growing up. I just had like café sura, like the condensed milk, the 4 shots of espresso and condensed milk. So I'm like spending the $5 that I don't have as a teenager in New York. And I'm ordering my first latte. And so I'm waiting for it, and when I hear my name, I look over, and like I don't know anything about the coffee industry at this point, but I walk over, and I immediately feel like the blood rush to my face, and I look at my latte, and on top of it is a heart. And I'm like, oh my God, he's in love with me. Like this barista's fully just in love with me, okay? So I'm like, oh my God, I have to say thank you. So I muster the words, thank you. And then he goes, always. And I'm like, I'm 18, I'm not ready to get married, okay? Like, you're promising me forever? And we just met. I call my best friend, and I'm like, okay, this is, my engagement party's coming up, because I was just proposed to. And that's when I learned that a heart is basically the easiest thing that you can make on top of a latte. And that is how I found out about baristas. And please protect yourselves in the mornings when you go and get your coffee. And thank you for taking my virginity tonight. And also please donate to the families impacted by deportation and detention.
First wife. Yes, please follow Swai. She's on IG at Songha on Earth. Oh, sorry, yes, Songha. That's amazing. I do have an ask from our host. If anyone, I know there are some very prepared queer people out here. If there's any antihistamines or allergy medication, could you please just cutely meet us in the kitchen? Okay. I need my iPad. Okay, I just feel so much more grounded with it. Okay, we're nearing the close of our show, but let's keep the energy going up. Our next performer is a familiar face. Please welcome back Elixir. Through the graceful movement of silk fans, they offer a prayerful performance, one that holds both personal healing and echoes of a difficult past. In honoring what was lost, they found a quiet beginning that gives them a chance to blossom. They wanted me to leave you with this prayer. May this offering bring softness to your gaze, peace to your heart, and a small smile to your face. Please give us a warm welcome for Elixir. was magical. Sorry to that person. Really sorry. You want to come, Hi? We have a quick announcement from Hi.
Okay, great. Hi everyone. Was that gorgeous? I love that. Okay, 3 quick announcements. Would love everyone's support by the end of the night. We're trying to like get all the tables clear by the end of the night. So we're gonna put out some compost bins. So if we can ask for everyone's support with putting that in. And then 2 is can I ask for a few volunteers to help us? Understory has brunch tomorrow, so we gotta help put the space back. Are there like maybe at least 6 volunteers who can help? Okay, cool. And then the third announcement I have is we have fresh mangoes with mui uk. We have shrimp chili salt. Okay, and a fresh watermelon. With okay, yes, model. Fresh watermelon with mushroom chili salt. Okay, so what Babel just brought out. Mango with shrimp chili salt, and then the watermelon with mushroom chili salt. And we'll just pass that around. Yeah. Okay.
Woo! Thank you so much to our lovely volunteers, and for those of you who just volunteered on the spot. Like, it's really so much magic, so much human people power who really helped make tonight. Honestly, a success. We have our final performance. Are y'all ready for this? I think this, yeah, I need a little bit better than that, please. Okay, you know her tea. Let's welcome back Babel. Oops.
Okay, thank you. Do you know why for the last performance, this is so like pop, so sexy denim, and not something big? Because I learned that Việt is what in you, and it should be the other way around out, Because đôi khi, I am my own roots of the banyan tree, reaching so far down that no western wind could shake me. I am my mother's curled black hair with the smell of kitchen. She spent years taking care of my family. I am my father's dark tan skin of his life making a living that he spent years taking care of my family. I am my grandmother's bowl of rice with nước mắm, canh rau muống luộc, and cá diêu hồng chiên. I am my grandfather's camera and years of surviving in the war, kept in the photos that he took. I am my aunts and uncles' years of uneducation because of war and family status. I am my brother's pressure to study abroad, get a career, and bring salvation to this low middle class family. I am the lotus flower in the mud that no matter where I am, I will still exude fragrant and bloom splendidly. I am that riverbed filled with songs and poems of my people who exiled but raised a nation and a country. I am the legacy of war that reminded I am too are the descendants of both colonizers and colonized. I am the rubber tree plastic of the people who have been forced working to death on our own motherland. So sticky that I will go nowhere. So itchy that even when my art bother many, I won't change a thing. Cause what's the purpose of art if it's not to act back? I am that Dồng standing back at you through these words. They entertaining the gods and I'm here entertaining you. I am the heritage of generations of rebel and rice, hammer and sickle, guns and áo dài, ninja lit and bạc xỉu, xe máy and phở bò, visas and boleros, Tylenol and Hershey chocolate, leather gear and harness, lace front wigs and eyelashes, condoms and prep, bricks and dolls and blood and days floating on the Pacific Ocean and lives. Of everything that you see me now, what do you think of me? I am it. I am the duckweed on the river that flows everywhere. But no matter where I'll be, I will still be the fat boy from a small house in District 3, Sài Gòn, Hồ Chí Minh City that remembers con là người Việt Nam.
Đôi khi em trông thấy anh, đôi khi lại không. Đôi tay ta ôm lấy nhau, không đi về đâu. Đôi khi em trông thấy anh, đôi khi lại không. Đôi tay ta ôm lấy nhau, không đi về đâu. Biết nói gì đây khi nói những lời đâu phải như hoa nè. Thật ra làm sao không biết những lời thư vấn khi xa nè. Dáng dấp người kia trông như anh thắp than tiếng trống đập nhanh, như liên thanh lấp lánh ánh sáng màu xanh, đôi mắt như thanh hiện. Dopamine Valentino coding cho mấy thằng nên ok. Xong như ý mà đôi ta đắm chơi không ngơi không rời lại on nào. Đêm đó có khi anh đang mong chờ bên đó, có khi là on nào. Em đang mong lung không rõ biết chi nè, hoặc có khi là on nào. Đôi khi em trông thấy anh, đôi khi lại không. Đôi tay ta ôm lấy nhau, không đi về đâu. Màu mã lời rất sâu tóc em phơi xuyên như màu lá nâu. Nhớ thương chờ rất lâu, đôi khi im lặng cảm thấy vai nhau. Có khi người tới chơi, có khi qua nhanh nhưng nhìn rất sâu. Với cái màu cánh nâu hai bên lượt nhau một hàng đẹp râu. Và đó chỉ là cuộc buffet cho em. Có khi em ghép em chơi game, có khi em vén bức màn đêm. Đôi khi ta lên ra ngoài xem. Đôi khi em trông thấy anh, đôi khi lại không. Đôi tay ta ôm lấy nhau, không đi về đâu. Đôi khi em trông thấy anh, đôi khi lại không. Đôi tay ta ôm lấy nhau, không đi về đâu.
Yes, let's give it a bell. Hey, yeah, Tay. Woo. Okay, Tay. I see your game. I love her. Their bob. It's like. Okay. Also, behind me, DJ Monster Bay. Can we get some? This is really their first gig, y'all. They were like, daily, turn it out. You've been such an amazing audience for tonight. Can I bring back Hai to the stage, please?
Okay, y'all. With your support, we raised. Y'all, we raised $3,244.26. So, we're getting closer to that 50K. Talk to me, talk to Aru folks. Like, this is a really important time, and so yeah, thank y'all for your support. Yeah. Oh. Okay, yeah, we're gonna close it out, y'all. So let's give it up to Understory again for the venue. Yes, to all the folks. Again to Eddie for the sound. Yes. I just want to give it a shout out to all the volunteers too who made this happen. I know that there were a bunch of folks doing stations, so yeah, Nergis, Jojo, we had folks from different campaigns, so give a shout out to them. Can we give it up to all of our artists and performers? Yeah, what a night, right? Yes, okay. And yeah, so we would actually love, if anyone is comfortable, we would love to invite a group photo with us up here. And then, yeah, let's give it up to Sage and Alice for all the documenting today. And yeah, please visit Understory. Please, we really love you all. And hope you all have a really beautiful night. And again, yeah, if you all want to be part of a group photo, we're gonna come up on stage and then we're gonna clean up from there. Yeah, thanks y'all. We have 2 compost bins, one in the middle here and one at the top. So, yeah. Anyone who wants to be part of a group photo.